Doc there, back with another See What I'm Saying. Okay, it's the Flex Doc. I had to come to a realization. This is gonna make sense later. Blasphemy. The definition of blasphemy, said Webster, to talk about God or religion in a way that does not show respect. Okay, MentFlex is not a religion. Okay, we're not against a religion or religions. It's two different things. MentFlex is health, wellness, and fitness. Okay, if it's anything more than that, it's going to be within a trinity. It's going to lead right back to that trinity. Health, wellness, and fitness. That's all it's about. It has nothing to do with religion. Now, I speak a lot about the book because if we're going to have a foundation or a mutual foundation, I reference the book or things from the book that you can go to keep me honest. Now, this is not honest to you. I'm honest, but it's like my intentions is not intended for you. Now, to see if I'm honest, to refer to the book is where and why I reference it at times, just to see if I'm honest. Now, whether that be to you or anybody else makes no difference to me. My honesty is going to come from this book if you want to claim it to be honest. Now, the thing about this definition to talk about God, what is the first commandment? Do your own research. No other God. It says something along the lines of no other God. I hardly use this word. I usually say the creator. And it's like it's not taking another God by saying creator because the creator is not a name to me. This is my ideology. God is a name. Okay, it's like when you say that word, it's in reference to what you know about. Creator would be an adjective. It's going to be what was done, a verb, I don't know. It's not a name. So when I use the term creator, I was created. You may feel the same way. So it also says that blasphemy is to speak in a way that shows irreverence for God or something sacred. To other blasphemy, to speak of or address with irreverence, having been blasphemed more than he deserved. Blasphemy. Okay, now the point of this, see what I'm saying, is that we've got to make distinctions. There's going to be a lot of discerning going on, or not. It should be. Okay, look up discerning, peep deaf. So when I make this, you've seen it quite a few times. Positive, negative. I'll say you were born into this. Negative. You were born into, but you were born with positive. That can be looked at however you want to. Okay, it's speech. We use it as negative and positive, or positive and negative. Okay, this is the world. We can't change anything out here. It's not our intention to change anything out in the world. It is bigger than me. That's not my purpose. I don't have a purpose with this here. Be not of. Be in. Everything's about MentFlex is going to be right here. We call it a work in. Be not of. Be in. I can't touch this. It is simpler. You may agree or not that it's going to be a whole lot easier to change here This is me. It's going to be a whole lot easier to change here than to go out here and change any of this. So this is way bigger than me. I'll reference it, but it stops right there. Can't do anything about it. It's easier. Going to be a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot simpler. Simplicity is the key to brilliance. It would be a whole lot simpler for me to make changes with myself. This doesn't include you. Okay, you've got to include yourself in reference to it. This does not include you. It's a whole lot easier for me to talk about my experience of having changed this, which makes it a whole lot easier for me to change this. I haven't changed anything out here, but changes here do result in changes here. I don't know how that happens. It's way bigger than I am. So we're going to give that to the Creator. Only the Creator is going to have the power to change what's going on in the world. Only the Creator. Anytime you see this or you hear me say that, it's going to be our positive. That's what we're talking about. Even if I don't say Creator, but I say positive, it's going to reference Creator. Positive results stems from the Creator. You are a creation of a Creator, which means you can create. You can do it. You can create art, music. That's what the Creator made you for. You got a purpose. I have a purpose. Okay, and this just so happens to be what I've been commissioned to do from the Creator. I don't have to change anything here. It's too big. It's worrisome. It's like, why even attempt? Because wherever there's a Creator, who else is involved? That's a rhetorical question. This is extremely important to a lot of things that's going on right now. This is extremely important. And I think I made reference to it on another video, but get used to it. It's going to always be, I'm going to reference like the world, positive, negative. You're going to see a lot of that. Because it's all the same thing. I said it the other day, I'm saying it now, I'm going to say it in the future. Okay? It's withstanding the test of time. Well, you said that last week. You said that 3 videos ago. That lets you know that I'm not lying. And it's like in the future, somebody's going to pull this up, possibly, and say, oh, you said this then. It should still remain the same now. Because we're going to put it in the past. These videos are going to be yesterday, 2 months ago, a year ago. And you're going to reference them. People will reference them to try to find you in error. That's why I referenced the book. But anytime you see this, anytime you hear this, anytime, you've got to also, without saying, include negative. We were born into negative. Okay, now who provides this? Okay, I don't normally reference the Creator because there's nothing that's beside it. There's nothing equal to it. There's nothing at all equal to it. Negative is not equal to positive. It's the exact opposite. Okay, it's not equal. It's not the same thing. It's the complete opposite. So when you hear the term Creator, which I'll say a whole lot of people will do what they're supposed to do. Reference it or cross-reference it with negative every time. It's almost like a process. I'm going to reference the book. And one of the reasons why I'm having this is because a lot of people's going, the first thing they're going to do is say, oh, you're blaspheming God. No, I didn't say God. I said creator. Don't try to tie me into that. And this is why. This is in the book, comes from the book. O ye shall not. This is in Genesis. O's a little extravagant. To pinpoint it is, what I see is Genesis 3, chapter 3, verse 4. Let me redesign this, and we're going to go more direct in what it says. Okay, this is from the book. I don't like this word. I don't like you can see what it says. It's Genesis 3. You can look at it yourself, see what it says. I don't like the word. Okay, because the creator is about life, period. It's not about life in something else. The creator is about life, period. Okay, there shouldn't even be another word that goes opposite. Only reason why it's opposite, want to put opposite, is because of opposition. The creator is about life, period. No opposition. That's just what's just going on. Okay, there is no opposition to the creator. This verse right here opens that up. It now becomes an avenue. The creator said one thing. It's in the book. The creator said, he told them, if you want to believe that, one thing, only one thing. This is where you get your avenue or option from opposition. For one, okay, just to let you know where I'm coming from. If you think a conversation happened between a serpent and a creation of the creator, so we're going to take the names out of it. If you think a serpent and a creation of the creator happened, we'll just leave it at that. Only one thing. This is the second. This is from opposition. And you're going to get this past, you're going to get it now, you're going to have it in the future. It's only one thing. Now, if you go to 2, if you think there's 2, you think this is an option, your first commandment is busted. Out of the 10, that first one, you've already negated the first commandment because you're thinking this serpent had a conversation. Okay, that's what the book says. I'm not trying to blaspheme the book. It says it in there. But you got to do your history about the book. Okay, you can just pop off right now. Oh, that's blasphemy. Is it? Is it blasphemy? Again, it says in there, G-O-D. I'm using the term creator. I'm not in opposition of the book. I don't have to be. But if you know your history of the book, you'll see why I'm not in opposition, because it's contradictory to some. And like I say, when we get to putting this up here, okay, we show you 2, because we were born. Into sin. Your first nature is positive. Your first nature is your purpose, what the Creator created you for. Period. There is no second. This is where you break first commandment by thinking that there's a second one. Okay, you have no choice but to think, because that's all you've been told since you got here. We just break it down, make it a little bit more simple. There's 9 positive, 7 negative. I don't care who you are. I don't care if your math is worse than mine, which would be impossible. 9 is more than 7. 9 is more than 7. There's no such thing as 16. You can't do both of them. Okay, although you were born into this, you were born into that. It's not your nature. You can't, you've got to let it go. You've got to discern it. Discern what, you can't ride the fence. You have got to let one of these go. Now, we've been intertwined and woven and structured to implement this. But anytime, and it's like this is through experience, you envelop this and you're rocking these 7, you're breaking the first commandment. You're breaking it. And it's like it might be somebody that knows that book a little bit better than me, quite a few people, because I'm not claiming to know that book. All I'm referencing is verses or stuff from that book. Now, I'm not a scholar of that book because I have read it and discerned. I've done my history. I look at it to be very positive, and it can be very negative. Now, if you believe stuff, if you have faith and belief in the way it's structured, is you've got a life. This is what I believe. But you've been issued that. This is 2 different things right here. This is, I don't believe, this is just my belief. I'm gonna go independent. That you can have both of them. I don't think you can have life and then death. Okay, I think that's a second nature way of thinking. I think that's an opposition to get people to believe that death follows life. The Creator is life. The Creator creates, and left it at that. It still lives. You can cut the grass every year, 4 or 5 months. It's an ongoing situation. Next year you're gonna have to do it again because that grass continues. It has life. You can't kill it. It continues. That's what the Creator does. This right here is second nature. Or it's second unnatural. I don't think you can host this if you've got life. And it's like and it says it in the book, if you believe in this, your first nature, you're not gonna die. Okay, now minus this flesh bag we have, just because that's no longer doesn't mean that's death. And who knows, you may be able to come back if you get close enough to this to where you understand it. And now another reason why I wanted to do this about blasphemy is because at some point what we're doing here is going to be taken out of context. It's going to be public enemy number 1 because of the past. Okay, this is the world here. As I continue to tell you, I can't change that. We're not going to change anything. Now, we're talking about the world. You're gonna get in here and this is gonna be an opposition. And, oh, you're blasphemy. You're talking about religion. Blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be a lot of negative because they want to believe, and this is the only reason why it works. This is where you got, ye shall not surely, ye shall surely not, right here. Or you shall surely not come out here and blaspheme against what? So in order for us to continue on, we're gonna go. MentFlex. Action's already been taken care of. What I'm trying to do now is to give you program or some dialogue, speech, because after some time, as we continue on, we can't talk about this because it's going to be looked at as blasphemy. It's going to be, it's going to attempt to find every reason negatively to make this second nature. You're talking about this. We got it simplified. If it's not one of these three, it's all it is, all it can be. It's nothing. You can't make it something else. If it's not one of these three, you cannot make it something else. We can. Health, wellness, fitness, hip hop, Bruce Lee, Thomas. That's our only outlet is the trinities that we've already constituted. To build this up, the foundation of this. Well, we're going to connect is here. If you don't want to connect here, you want to stay over here, that's your business. There's nothing we can do about it. That's what I'm saying. We can't talk about this for too long. And it's like to bring it as simple as I can to be able to say what I need to say about it without being blasphemous. This is the jump off. Okay? Anytime you see this, you should include yourself. You should include yourself. Because what I'm doing now, these videos will soon be in the past. By the time I get this out to you, it's gonna be way past when I've done it. I'm doing it now. This is my present. So what I'm doing is the past is coming. It's going back. I don't know if you've seen the Anchor video. By the time you get this, it's going to be in the past, but it's going to be an anchor. You're going to look at it and, oh, this dude's talking about such and such. We're going back. Past is coming this way. It's bum rushing us. But we're going, and this is how MentFlex. We're going back in the past. What the video's for? Okay, by the time you see it, it's going to be in the past. It's not going to be now. To sink an anchor. First nature anchor. Okay, now, as this reaches the past, by the time you get it, it's going to be now. Okay, if what's been said here, that we've sunk in the past on this anchor, makes relevant sense, by the time you get it, you can pretty much count that as truth. It's in the past. I'm looking at this now. This is 3 months ago, a year, 2 years ago, and it's ringing relevant. It's like, yeah, okay. See, we sunk this. We went past you. You're not here, so you're not now. You're not present. We went past you. You're looking at this at a different date than it was, but you're seeing relevance in what's being said. This all gonna happen in the future. Okay, which means what I'm saying now is going to sink into the past. It's going opposite of the way past is coming. And I'm sure you, in reference to the past, to say, Devontae just sold this gear. Okay, that's my past. He just sold this gear presently, just recently. Okay, which would still be the past, but I'm showing you what it's saying is the past is coming up now. You got a lot of these remakes that's going on. Now they're going, that's because the past is just next door. Okay, it would be almost godlike, and that's not me, to send something in the past that's knocking on now. It's like, why would you do that? It's like, if it's going to be relevant as it gets here, it still remains true. It has traveled the test of time. Future's coming too. Okay, now as this comes in, this is what we call bang bang, big bang, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna get your explosion. This can't go any further. This can't go any further. But the truth will be able to make it into the future. The beginning. So this is all. Be not of the world, be in the world. In. I had to see if that's how you spell it. It looks strange. Trying to keep me straight. It says it's gonna end. 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 Be not of the world, be in. Be in. We're gonna change this, okay, because we want to try to get away out. Okay. Now, this is only gonna hold true if what you listened to us in the past, if it turns out to be, has some truth to it. It's ringing true to you. It's like, wait a minute, that's true. Okay, we're gonna cop this in, and so that we can beginning to continue on into the future. A lot of us ain't gonna make it from here. Okay, now like I was saying, first nature is life. Second nature is going to end. It's going to be finito. Now, the Creator creates. Okay, I am a creation of the Creator, so I have the ability to create. Okay, end. Be not of the world, be in. You've got to get in to begin again. You want to be in to begin again. Okay, you want to be in to begin. You don't want to end, and a lot of people's got this past they're holding on to. And it may not seem like it because your deception is taking ease. You're being deceived. That's why I stay old school, because I know what tech is. Tech is the baby of the imposter. Tech, when you see this, and I'm going to always say, when you see this, eliminate yourself, because this is created by an imposter creator, which this is where you might say God, or something with a God complex. It's gonna use all this techniques. You already got people, cashiers at home now, wondering what they gonna do, because you got those self checkouts. You ain't gotta pay nobody. You know, somebody to come in and reprogram it, get the bugs out, reset it. Okay, if that ain't you, eliminate yourself, because it's like the only way you're gonna have you is going to be connected to your baby brothers and sisters. This is purely speculation. Purely speculation. Okay. Not to blasphemy, but it's like you gotta wonder. But it's like if you're not gonna be in, but you're gonna be in, why even worry about it? Why even worry about it? Why? Options, avenues, choices and decisions that need to be made. Rapido. can't make them for you. It's not our purpose to make any choices and decisions for anyone except ourselves. Okay. It's been said, I personally forgive my grammar. Personally, that's why. Because this is why I wrote it like that. Because I personally have a purpose. I'm in. Flex mic skills like abdominals. You want to rap all of that can wait. I won't push, I won't beat around the bush, but I sat back and watched whack flows evaporate. I'm in to begin again, because this end is approaching quickly, very quickly. And it's like, why? You gotta ask yourself why. And if you just jump back to Genesis chapter 3, verse 4, that is why. I break it down like chemistry, no matter the size, shape, or symmetry, then we see who's the real tough guy. And this industry. Now I'm not saying at that time it ended, because who knows when the book was written? Who knows when, say, the rough draft, when they was printing this out, writing this? Who knows that? But to give you some type of foundation, the end started there. It ended right there. Because you got your choice, your options, you got an avenue. The Creator said this, as it says in the book. Okay, we don't believe that this was spoken. We don't believe that somebody said this. Okay, that's just us. But it's like, if you can, would you be thinking that a creation had a conversation with a reptile, a serpent? Would you be thinking that? Because I can't think that. I can't really think that. I'm sorry. You know, it's just hard for me to fit logic into that. But I had to let you know that this is all going directly to MentFlex. It's because we can't blasphemy. That's not our objective, is to blaspheme anything. Health, wellness, and fitness, okay? If that's not what you're on, when you come here, you don't need to be here. Okay? Don't waste your time. Because it's only about one thing. That's it. Your health, wellness, and fitness. If you want to get here and count my negatives or my flaws and my errors, you are welcome to do that. Okay? Because that's me. I can change that. I can erase and reinstitute a correction. I don't have a problem with that. But when you get over here and talk about this rock, this positive and this negative on this rock, we don't have nothing to do with it. We're going to start out real simple. And it can get no more simple. Than that. That's just as simple as I can break it down. Now, if you want to assume I'm speaking about you, you're more than welcome. Okay, jump on board, health, wellness, and fitness. If that's enticing, continue. Okay, you're more than welcome. But please don't. Come here, and you're more than welcome, with an avenue, because we know which way we're going. Simple as that. We know which way we're going. It's been the Flex Doctor. Till next time. Peace and love.
What's your story? MentFlexX is continuously asked, what makes us different? Why is the FlexX different from the other methods and routines in a vast industry of health and fitness? If at all familiar with MentFlexX, MentFlexX is structured around 3. Being one of 3 including the FlexX and Day Kata, that's with a French A. Each component formulating to the others, attaching to a main part. Example, you. You would be the main part of these 3. Similar, health, wellness, and fitness. Not that the others aren't. The difference? Which was hypothetically the question. Specifying these areas and following them as principles of direction. Hip-hop, MC, DJ, art, could be arguable. But why? Being more complex. The DJ is an entity involving music and the skill of music making a beat or rhythm, while the MC, the other entity, is skillful in words, rhyming and association. Technically that's a quad, and the art or song would be the main part. Depending on who is asked. Bruce Lee, and Thomas Coors, each with their respective discipline, formulate our foundational entities. Now without much education or experience of the other exercises or routines. Methods of fitness, if you will. This poses a question that is difficult to answer respectively. So, we would like to extend the opportunity for those that have experienced the other methods to present information about them from their personal perspectives. What is your story? How has yoga or Pilates benefited you? Any of the different methods are welcome to comment and share personal experiences about their journey. Bar or Yopi, any other method except MentFlexX. How long did it take to achieve results from the processes? How it affected the behavior or physical difference? Would you recommend it to others and why? We are attempting to compile this data to develop an understanding of the differences. Without doing other methods, no concrete evidence or experience of them. MentFlexX still recommends them. Simply because it's in the same industry. All ways that enhances health, wellness, and fitness. Action. So, if you have a story of how you got involved with the method, please share it so we can share it with others.
It's time to bust brothers who be lacking rapping happy Looney Tunes acting like they should be happening. But no, raw shit for your balance got the talent. The school rap fools who say they rule, I can't stand it. But never in the rut, strut, pussy footing up. My style's heated like cooking, I'm hooking those who stuck on one type, right? My soul's dynamite for spite. I'm fighting those fools who broadcast news and bite. Mike, this be MC's jealous of the flow. The super rap bro, do you really wanna know? Ain't no time for second guessing, crews be tested. No question. I'm leaving sucking stressing, mad vex, cause I wreck sets and clock checks. House niggas like projects and blue crews who rock next. I know this bogus MCs who lack focus won't approach us. They keep it real in small doses. They want us posing for posters, holding up their noses, not knowing that they can't make AG without showbiz. Frontin' for hoes, but ain't got one show the first. Curse my verse cause it hurts. Rappers survive by selling t-shirts. I put my lifestyle on wax and made a few stacks, but still got this. After my label made they loop back. Let similar sounding MCs run routines while I'm stuck in between doing my dream and getting cream. My whole team fiends for ill skills I spill out. But when you rock spots, I hear your block yells out, sell out. And since I'm fronted, I'ma run it with intentions. For nondescript nitwits who diss and bought pensions. I'm I'm ending all that dumb shit like Jim Henson. Serve niggas like Benson, preventing crews from representing. Talk be talking, stalking, taxing malls, halls in action. Hitting low spots, brothers be jacking, still be maxing. Page after page, stage after stage, engagement snapping, happen to be true to rapping, close caption. Effects from the king of dialect. I can jack flow that will blow the whole fucking set. Peep the time check, past due, artifact one, true, tame one, be artifact number 2. Hey yo, check the data on the rappers that'll touch ya and ring alongs, cause we got the bombs like Russia. Monosyllabic habits of rapping sound erratic while our lines break minds in distress like wet fabric. Fantastic like 4 raw like world wars. I come